In today's tutorial, we're learning how to make this really cool animated design for your authentic gem product. You can use it for whichever product that you like, and we're also learning how to animate it and create a variant for social media. So how you can easily convert this format to a social media format. I'm breaking up this tutorial into 3 parts. First, we'll make the design. Secondly, we'll animate the design. And then thirdly, we will convert it to different social media formats. And we're starting from a blank canvas. Now first we want to look for a nice background image. So for that we go to the Elements tab, and here let's type in farm, something that relates to your product, photos, see all, and then choose whichever one you like. Ideally you have something with a lot of depth and some nice elements that fit with your product. So I'm going to scroll down and see if I can find a nice one. I kind of like this one with the mountains, some hills, give some depth in the picture. So I'm going to add it to the slide and put it to full screen. I'm going to drag it slightly upwards so that we have a lot of nice greenery in the scene. Now we want to look for a foreground element here, something like a table. So here we want to type in wood table and then go for photos and then see all. Here we can select any of the pictures that we like. I'm going to try this one here. I like the style of the wood. I think that fits our image nicely. Let's expand it to full screen. Background remover. And that removes the background. Hold Control and scroll backwards or use this toggle switch here at the bottom. And then you can crop the image and sort of drag it downwards a little bit. We can see there's still quite a contrast with the picture, but we can easily adjust that by clicking on the image. Go to Edit, Adjust, and here we can increase or decrease the warmth of the picture. So I'm going to make it a bit more warm. And also the color here, you can drag it more towards the darker side and give it that temperature or that feel that you want. In our case, if we reduce the brightness, that will help quite a lot in making it look more realistic and wood texturized. So that's what we want. I think this is quite good. Now let's add some depth of field, because now everything is very in focus and the background doesn't have to be in focus. The focus is going to be on the front element. So we select the background, go to Edit, go to Blur, Whole Image, and then increase the blur. Not too much, I think maybe 10 points will be good. So it's like a slight depth of field blur that we create. If you want to make it more, I think we can do a few ticks more. You can always adjust it and then click on back. And this already looks nice and it puts that table in the center. So that's what we want. Now let's look for some products that we can put in. And for that, let's look for gem, photos, and then look for a nice one. Ideally something without a background, but you can always remove it if you want. You can also add your own product, that is no problem. And I kind of like this one here with the orange texture and then that natural feel of the cap. Let's make it a bit smaller and then place it in the center on the table. Now we can see there's already a drop shadow here at the bottom, but I want a more realistic one. So I'm going to go for shadow, graphics, and then look for one of these circular shadows. I'm going to select one with about the same angle as the picture, so it nicely matches the table picture, and then move it. You can go to position, layers, and then drag it below our gem. Let's put it here. Sometimes it's really finding that sweet spot where it looks nice. You can always click on the arrows to reposition. There we go. If it's too harsh, you can reduce the opacity, but I think this looks quite good for our design. I'm going to group those together. So Ctrl G, group, and let's maybe add a second one. So select this, Ctrl C, Ctrl V to create a copy, and let's make this one just a bit smaller, and maybe also flip it. So we have to ungroup it for that. Select the object, flip horizontal. This gives a different, it doesn't feel like a copy paste, it's slightly different, so that's nice. And here we can see that the gem cans, they're sort of blending into one another. So if you want to offset them a bit, you can add some shadow. Go to Edit, Shadows, Drop Shadow, and then we're going to change the angle so it nicely falls to the left, and then of course increase the blur amount and reduce the intensity. If you increase the blur amount, your image will shrink a little bit, so you can always expand it again. There we go. Now we have 2 nice sizes of the gem pots, and that's what we want. Go to position, let's also group those together so we have 2 nicely grouped elements. This is already starting to look quite nice. Let's maybe add the ingredients here on the left. So let's say it's peach. Let's look for a peach element. Go to photos because we're in this realistic setting. And then this one I think looks very nice, very fresh. Let's scale it down. It already has that shadow, which looks realistic, so that's perfect. Scale it to a nice realistic size. There we go. And also here we can edit and add some shadow to it. Drop shadow and angle to the right in this case. Increase the blur, reduce the intensity. It's a small detail, but I think it adds some depth to your slide. And then scale it up or down, and then place it nicely in front of the pots. Now I think the right side looks a bit empty, so what we can do here is put some nature elements in, for example a tree. So let's look for a tree, photos, see all, same, we want that realistic feeling. And now let's look for a nice tree that we can use. I kind of like this one here. It might seem a bit strange if we want to add it, but if we add it to the design and we increase it in size, so I'm going to zoom out and increase it by quite a lot, so it sort of overhangs the design. And that's the effect that we want to create. So I'm going to do it like this. Let's adjust the crop marks so that we have a smaller selection to work with, and hold Control to zoom back in. Now, of course, this layering doesn't make sense. So we select the object, go to position, and then drag it below the table so it's somewhere behind. The tree is quite harsh, and since it's in the distance, I think we can also blur this a bit. So go to Edit, Blur, and then add maybe a few points of blur to it. That way it's still in the picture. Maybe that's a bit too much. Let's put it on 4. I think that looks better. We still put the element in the picture, but it's not in focus, so that's what we want. We can see that the tree and the background are pretty well lit, so we also want to make sure that we do that for the other objects. So we select our peach, go to Edit, Adjust, and we want to make them just a bit warmer. It's only a subtle touch, but it helps quite a lot towards the end design. So I'm also going to do it for the product images here, make them slightly warmer, and the table, I think we can go a little bit extra. There we go. Now let's add some text elements to the design. So we go to text, title, and let's type in peach, the new flavor. Let's put it here to the side. And then let's look for a handwritten font. So we can filter it down to either handwriting, or I think a brush could be nice. So let's go for a brush type of font. And then you can choose whichever one you like and fits the design best. So let's make it white. This already looks quite good. The brusher font. Let's see if we can find any other ones that we like. Scroll down a bit. It's a bit of trial and error if you don't have any brand colors or brand fonts yet. But for this organic type of style, it feels a bit authentic. We can also use a brush stroke font. I think that goes really well together. The most important thing is that it's very easy to read. So you don't want a very complex font that is hard to read. You want something simple and minimal. Let's try maybe narrow down the search to Adlery. I think that's a pretty nice font, and that works very well here. It has this organic touch to it. Effects and lift to create some lift of the slide. Makes it also easier to read. And if you notice that here on the corner it's quite light, if you want to get rid of that, you can always increase the background picture a bit and shift around with the elements to give it some more space for the text to be easy to read. Then adjust the crop marks, you don't have to do that, but I like to keep an easy, clean design. And then let's add another text here, new. Let's also make that white. And the font, let's try a Cooper font. Looks very good with the brush combination. So this is our font selection that we want. Increase both in size. Let's give them the same text effect. You can increase or decrease the intensity. And maybe a nice splash here in the same style could work. So let's type in splash, graphics. And we want this hand-drawn effect. Let's choose this one. Put it here on the side. Maybe flip it so that the smaller one is on top. And then let's make it white. Then it feels like we have this brush stroke from the peach and then some paint splashes on the right side, which is quite good. Now we want to add some company information. So go to text and let's do a heading. And here we type in the website, so your company as a placeholder.com. And we can place it in the corner. I think here underneath the table will look quite good. And let's make that font white and maybe a bit larger. We hold Option Shift or Control Shift to create a copy. And then we type a phone number. I'm going to take some numbers here. And there we go. And this already is our static design, which looks quite good, I think. And now let's have a look at how we can animate it. So we click on Thumbnail View. We duplicate the page. And then we want to select some of the elements. So I think the table we don't need to animate. So I think that one can remain static. The tree, I want a short animation where it sort of pans in, but from the other side, so we don't see the cutout of the tree, and it can go quite slow. Both gems, I think we can select them both at once and animate them with a pan effect. One right after the other, and that looks quite good. The peach here, we can do a pop animation and then slower. That looks quite good. And that would be cool if we have this text sort of pan in, but from the other side. I think that gives a nice contrasting effect. As a final touch, we can do this splash. That could maybe be a pop, reduce the speed, but that should come later on. So we go to timings and we reduce that timing. Text elements, those we can animate, maybe with a short rise animation. I think this one comes a bit too late, so I'm going to adjust it by just a bit. Let me just duplicate the slide. And on the first one, I'm going to remove the elements. So we have a clean starting slide. So we have a nice field with a table, and as soon as we click, we get our elements in the picture with the promo on the new peach. It's a really cool effect, I think, dynamic, and adds some depth to the slide. It's a cool way to show an authentic organic product. Now let's have a look at how we can customize it to different formats. So this is a landscape, which can be used on a slide or TV screen or any other animation in that format. Let's make some variants for social media. And for that, we go to the Resize tab, and let's do it to social media and an Instagram story, for example. We want to select continue, and here we can choose to either copy and resize or just resize. We want to copy and resize the design, and then we click on open your story. Some of the elements here don't match up, so we want to adjust those. The table, I think we can put it to the bottom. The tree, we can make it quite a lot larger. It's taking up quite some space in the design. And then let's select our elements here, hold shift and drag it down. And then let's scale it upwards. I think it's okay if we go overboard, that doesn't matter. And then the text we put at the bottom. And then the new peach design, let's maybe put that a bit higher. Also here I'm going to drag the tree upwards a bit so that it doesn't take too much space, so that we put the full focus on that new peach effect. Also here we can increase the size of our product by quite a lot. Maybe we get rid of those side marks and then increase it like this with the fresh product. You can always put those underneath one another if you want. And then let's give it enough space. And there we go. We can get rid of those. Now let's duplicate this. And here we also get rid of the elements. And also here we can do the animations. Let's do a pen from the other side. Let's make it slower. The text, we can have that appear from the baseline. Let's put the text a bit higher. And then those two gems, I'm going to animate, pan animation, pop animation for the peach, reduce the speed. And then the text, that could be a fade. And now let's preview what we have. And this is how you can create this cool social media variant of your design, where you have a story post, or you could use it on any other banner of this format. Thanks a lot for watching. If you want to learn more about Canva, make sure to drop a follow and watch the video on the screen right now.